Hey, Derek here. I wasn't gonna do it live again, but I said I was gonna, so here I am. I did get a lot of pointers about the one I did last night, so I hope today the mic is a lot better. Maybe not too loud, I don't know. Let me know. um, I also got told to maybe slow down a little bit. That's fine. I definitely welcome the criticism because like I said, this is like the second live I've been doing where I talk to the camera. I don't usually do this too often. Didn't think anybody would give a shit. But here I am. So, yeah, today somebody asked me about when I went to the Freedom Convoy if it actually accomplished anything. And I kind of laughed when I thought about it because it was being kind of. The way he asked was kind of funny. So I waited a bit and then I went and talked to him. And I told him, like, for one, obviously, it did change a lot of things. Not so much politically, I understand, but for one, the main goal of all of it was to be listened to, and I'm pretty sure that we got the attention of the people that we were looking to get the attention of. So I'm pretty sure that was a big accomplishment. Because so far before that, we weren't being heard at all. I went to Toronto a couple times before, and absolutely nothing was even broadcast anywhere about it. Until Ottawa, nobody listened one speck. So that was the main accomplishment from that. Other than that, it was mainly because of my son not being able to go around anywhere and do anything. So when that happened and I was finally able to bring him to a crowd of people, because beforehand he was just being told he was basically acted like he had the plague when he went up to hug people. He he has a love to run up and hug people. Whoever he meets, he wants to just say hi and run up and whatever. And people would act like, "Oh my God, get away!" Like, and I'd have to tell people like, "Okay, relax. Like, I'll get him away." Like, don't talk to my kid like that. Like, don't act like that. And after a while of getting that, he started to think that there was something wrong with him and started asking me questions alluding to the fact that he thinks that there's something wrong with him. And that I couldn't take. That was starting to make me depressed and anxiety. I started getting in arguments with people because I called them assholes to their face if they acted like that to my son. So when any of these protests started, the first one in Toronto, and I went to it in May, I think, of 2021. We went down there, and it was the first time that he got to run up and hug people, and they all said hi to him. He got a flag before we even got into the park. Everybody was just so nice to him. Like, it was amazing to see him smile and just be happy, and people embracing him like a little kid, like he should be. And that's why I started going to begin with. Now, after that, I kept going to these because those were the people that were being very nice to my son and acting like there was nothing wrong with him, because there was nothing wrong with him. Like any kid should be treated. So that's why I started going. Then when the convoy happened, I was just so grateful that those were the people that treated my son with respect and the dignity, the love for a little kid that you should have when a little kid just wants to talk to you. So when I heard about that, I went to Oshawa. I was on the bridge of the 27th, and I couldn't make it right away. I couldn't go. So I waited, and then that weekend I went. I think that was a Thursday, so I went the 29th with my son, and we walked around. It was the most amazing place ever, as I'm sure all of you know. But today, anyway, that being said, so I told that guy this, and today he kind of laughed. He was like, "Wow, you completely changed my mind about the convoy." Because before this, he thought like everybody else, what you heard on the news, and he was not against the convoy at all, but he wasn't for it either. And he thought that it was just a nuisance that did absolutely nothing and was no good for anybody. And when I explained to him how those were the people that made my son feel like a little kid again, and that I was going to be ever grateful to them, then he understood why I go to these things and why it's so important, and why it's not even the fact of any of the vaccines, the mandates, the lockdowns, none of that. You know, like, it was the fact that they treated my kid like a kid. And when he wasn't being treated like that before, you could understand why I was getting frustrated and why I couldn't see that no more. So as soon as I went to those crowds and those people treated him like an actual human being, like a kid, like you should treat a kid when you see a kid, that's who I'm gonna support, you know? And I'm not gonna say no matter what, because you know, I am my own person, but those are the people that treated my son well, and that's why I would support them for any of this peaceful protests that they want to do. And the rallies are just fun. We go out, those are the fun people to hang out with. The people that don't support this are usually, in my my perspective, the people you don't want to hang out with anyway. So yeah, I'm not sure. I'm gonna end this anyway. Just gonna make a short one tonight. I'll probably do it again in a few days or something like that. It's not gonna be an everyday thing, that's for sure. But I do want to get some practice and start talking to the camera a lot more. I have lots of thoughts, obviously. But I will get better at talking to the camera, and hopefully it'll be a lot less embarrassing for me for some reason. I don't like even looking at myself on this camera right here. But hopefully that'll get better. And yeah, you can always check out my YouTube. I did lots of rallies and freedom convoys and whatever else that I could find to do. Yeah, go check me out there. We like to do a lot of off-roading and stuff now that the pandemic started. We've done all kinds of those videos too, like just fun things to do with the kid that I found that you don't need to go around a crowd and whatever, be around people that don't want my son around them. And those people I don't want to be around anyway. Anyway, so yeah, and I'll quickly talk about the amnesty thing, because this is all I've been hearing about on my social media anyway, and I think it is definitely important that we forgive people, but I understand that my personal opinion on this is definitely judging by the fact that I wasn't ridiculed so much, and people got it a lot worse than I did, losing jobs, losing all kinds of things. Like, I understand that I got it real good being essential, so I didn't have to lose work, and I didn't have to stay home, and really nobody bugged me to wear a mask because I do construction, so rarely did that even come up. So I got really, really lucky, but I understand, and I've heard very, very opposite stories of that, and for those people, like, amnesty is going to come a lot friggin' harder than that. And for the people that were wishing death upon people that didn't choose to do the thing, then get vaccinated. I don't care anymore. I'm not going to hold back. I don't make any money off this. There's no monetized. Take it off if you want. Yeah, so the people that didn't want to get vaccinated, they were... Oh, now I lost my train of thought. Anyway. Sorry. Yeah, I am just about to get off, though. Sorry, you guys that just joined. I'm going to do more, though. I got to get used to this talking to the camera, and I hope the sound is a lot better today. I got a few pointers that the mic was no good yesterday, So I tried to get an app. Hopefully this is working better. Yeah, have a good night, guys. I'll talk to you later.